This week, we are focusing on challenging vocabularies to help students improve their reading, writing, and their general knowledge. Word number 1 is octogenarian. A person who is between the age of 80 and 89 years old is called an octogenarian. For example, my grandpa will be an octogenarian next week as he will celebrate his 80th birthday. Oct represents the number 8. Break the word up to help you remember the spelling. Oct, o, j, ne, re, n. Word number 2 is eiderdown. An eiderdown is a quilt filled with duck feathers. For example, during the cold winter, Mum swapped a thin quilt for an eiderdown to add extra warmth. Break the word up to help you remember the spelling. I, d, down. The word eiderdown begins with the letter E, not the letter I. Word number 3 is quizzical. The adjective quizzical means a puzzled look. For example, Zoolander gave a quizzical expression when he was asked to solve a math problem by his son. You can see the word quiz in quizzical. There are 2 letters Z in quizzical. Word number 4 is melodious. The adjective melodious means sweet sounding and harmonious. For example, the children sang a melodious song in the carols by candlelight. Word number 5 is derive. The verb derive means comes from. For example, the banjo is an instrument that was derived from an African instrument. The word derive rhymes with arrive. Word number 6 is moccasin. A moccasin is a shoe made completely of soft leather. For example, a moccasin is a very comfortable shoe for wearing around the house. Word number 7 is dugong. A dugong is a large marine mammal of northern Australia, having flipper-like forelimbs. For example, the dugong was hunted for its meat and oil by some Aboriginal people. Word number 8 is panache. The noun panache means a stylish way of doing things. For example, the spectacular circus show was put together with great panache. Do not spell panache as P-A-N-A-S-H. There is no letter S in the word panache. Word number 9 is flamboyant. The adjective flamboyant means confident, stylish, and flashy. For example, the wealthy man drove down the road with his flamboyant car to show off his new ride. You can also describe a person as flamboyant. For example, the flamboyant performer surprised the audience with his brave act. Break the word up to help you remember the spelling. Flam, boy, ant. Word number 10 is anthropologist. An anthropologist is the person who studies humans within past and present societies. For example, anthropologists are experts in the study of humanity from evolution to cultural norms and habits. Break the word up to help you remember the spelling. An, throw, po, l, gist. Word number 11 is virtue. A person's virtue is the respected behavior that shows high moral standards. For example, William and Elizabeth showed tremendous virtue by helping other children and sharing their belongings. Do not spell virtue as V-I-R-C-H-U. Word number 12 is ragamuffin. A ragamuffin is a person, usually a child, who is in old and dirty clothes. For example, on Christmas Eve, I saw a ragamuffin walking up and down the street begging for money. Sometimes your parents might also call you a ragamuffin. For example, I often call baby William a ragamuffin because he can never stay clean. You can see the word muffin in ragamuffin. Do you know there's a cat also known as ragamuffin cat? Word number 13 is sibilant. The adjective sibilant is a hissing sound like a snake. For example, last night I heard a sibilant sound of whispering next to my bed. When I opened my eyes, I saw a shadowy figure disappearing under the luminous moon. Sweat rolled down my forehead and I screamed out aloud for help. Word number 14 is velodrome. A velodrome is a cycle racing track with sloping sides. For example, everyone crowded into the Velodrome to watch the Olympic cycling final. Velo is the Latin root word for speed. Drome means running or racecourse. Word number 15 is ziggurat. A ziggurat is a pyramid-shaped temple in which each successive story is smaller than that below it. For example, the hanging gardens of Babylon were thought to be built in the form of a ziggurat. Don't forget the double G in ziggurat. Word number 16 is Kabuki. A kabuki is a form of Japanese popular theatre with acting, music, and dancing. For example, in the Japanese form of theatre, Kabuki, male actors play all the dramatic roles. Word number 17 is inertia. The noun inertia is a word often used in physics. It is a force that either continues to stay still or keeps moving in the same direction. For example, in our physics class, we learned that inertia is the force that makes an object keep moving until it is stoppable by an outside force. Word number 18 is perpendicular. When something is perpendicular, it means it is meeting at an angle of 90 degrees, also known as the right angle. For example, the math teacher drew a perpendicular line on the horizontal line, creating two 90-degree angles. Break the word up to help you remember the spelling. Per-pen-di-cu-la. Word number 19 is soliloquy. A soliloquy is a device often used in drama when a character speaks to himself or herself about their thoughts and feelings to the audience. For example, the closing soliloquy moved the crowd to tears when Juliet spoke about her memory with Romeo. Don't forget the letter U in soliloquy. Word number 20 is authentic. The adjective authentic means real and genuine. For example, I love my grandmother's cooking as she makes authentic meals that no one knows the recipe of. You can also say, authentic Louis Vuitton bags are very expensive compared to fake plastic ones. This brings to the end of our spelling list 39B. Keep practicing and good luck in your spelling test.